Hey everybody, Captain B-Nard back here with another Wi-Fi battle. So, today we have a battle against Sizzle. So, there you can see their team on the side. It looks to be very powerful, very meta, of course. Looking at my team, it is definitely not nearly as meta. It is the same one that I have used in the last game. Team Remix here on BDSP with a couple of new Pokemon. The Arcanine and the Articuno, and then the rest just ones that I've used here on BDSP. So yeah, definitely going to be an uphill match here for us. Just want to make note of the opponent's team, of course, because we don't forget. So we don't forget, rather, because that would definitely be really bad. And so yeah, now we need to decide what we want to lead with here. I think we're going to go with the Raichu in this one, actually. It could definitely backfire, but I think we're going to give that a shot and see how that works out. Alright, so he is going to go ahead and lead with the Gengar. So that's actually not too bad for us with the Raichu lead. So yeah, he doesn't have any electric immunities on his team, so I think we're just going to go straight for a Choice Specs Volt Switch out here. He might outspeed if he's max speed investment. I think he will, but I think it's the best play right now, so that's what we're going to do. And he stays in. He actually does outspeed, hits us with a Sludge Bomb. That is going to knock us all the way down to a quarter HP, and he gets the Poison, so that is really unfortunate for us. We're going to get the Choice Specs Volt Switch in return to knock this thing into the red, but it does survive, and then of course we do get the pivot, so I think the best possible thing we can do here is go ahead and come in with the Hitmonlee, so that's what we're going to do. So there it is. And so we do have priority on deck with the Bullet Punch, so we're just going to go ahead and go for that. It should be more than enough to take him out from that range if he stays in. He might want to try and save it, but we don't want to take that chance at this point. So we'll see. He is definitely thinking about this one. So definitely thinking about this one. And yeah, definitely thinking about this one. So he is going to switch out. He's going to save the Gengar for later, and he's going to go ahead and come in with the Scissor, which is a pretty bold move there. We're going to go Bullet Punch, obviously, so not going to do much of anything to the Scissor. That was a critical hit, and of course it doesn't matter. Then he is going to go ahead and get some HP back with the Leftovers. So we kind of have a little bit of a choice to make here. We definitely could switch out because a Bullet Punch on his side would absolutely destroy us. But yeah, I don't know if we want to lose the Focus Sash on Hitmonlee just yet. But we could take him out with a Blaze Kick if we do stay in an attack. So yeah, it's an interesting situation. It's going to depend. But I think, you know what, I think we're going to make a bold play here. We're going to stay in and we're going to Blaze Kick this thing. So let's make the bold play, see what he wants to do. So he actually switches out, so that's kind of interesting. He double switches, and he's going to go into Gyarados, so that is interesting. He's going to get the Intimidate to lower our attack here, which is not good. We do go Blaze Kick, and we connect, which is not going to do much damage to this thing, unfortunately. And so, yeah, now we're in a little bit of an unfortunate situation because we are intimidated. We kind of have to switch out, and that will basically give this thing a free Dragon Dance, so there's not much we can do about that, unfortunately. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and switch to Articuno, which I think is the best thing we have to deal with this thing right now. So yeah, there it is, and he is going to Dragon Dance, of course. That is always what they do. So going to get that +1 attack and speed, setting up to do some big damage to us, unfortunately. So the only thing we can do here is go for the freeze dry and hope we can survive an attack from this thing. We are max HP, so hopefully we can take one. I think we can take an attack from this thing. He's going to waterfall, of course, and yes, we can actually pretty easily take it, but we get flinched. So wow, that is really shitty for us. So yeah, we get flinched. So that is exceedingly shitty for us. So now we're in a pretty bad spot, honestly, because we can't take another one. So we have to decide what we want to let go down, essentially, to this thing. I think... well, we know we can't take another one, so that's unfortunate. We could try and play some mind games here with them. I think that might be the only way we deal with this, is play some mind games. So, expecting another waterfall, we're actually going to switch into Vaporeon here. And we'll see if we can get a free switch. Yeah, we're going to try to mind game him. So there is the Vaporeon, and he is going to go waterfall, so not going to touch us via the water absorbability. So now the question is, how much of a mind game do we want to play with him? Because we can't really do much to this Gyarados with the moveset that we have on the Vaporeon. So, but knowing the Gyarados' next best move for us is probably going to be Earthquake. So we could actually attempt to double back into the Articuno. And so you know what? I think I'm feeling froggy, so screw it. We're going to do that. We're going to double back into the Articuno and see if we can get him to bait the Earthquake here. So there's the Articuno, and oh, he Dragon Dances again. So that is super unfortunate. So he's going to get another +1 attack and speed, as we do regain some more HP with the leftovers. So if he hadn't Dragon Danced again, we might have actually been able to take a second waterfall thanks to the leftovers recovery. But now he's sitting at +2 attack and speed, and that is a huge problem for us. So now the only thing we might be able to do here is we might be able to, he might overpredict now, since we've been doing a lot of creative switching. But you know what? I think we are kind of in a bad spot once again, unfortunately. So I think we're going to just go ahead and attempt to freeze dry and hope that maybe he overpredicts here. That's really all we can do. And he does go Ice Fang, so he does overpredict. We do survive, and he flinches us again. Wow. You cannot make this stuff up, folks. So, yeah, we get flinched again with the Articuno. So, wow, I really don't even know what to say at this point. Actually making the right calls for the most part, and just getting flinched by Gyarados twice. Yeah, I don't really know what to say to that. So, I guess we're just gonna go ahead and click freeze dry again and probably die. But yeah, he's just gonna go for the waterfall this time. And that is going to go ahead and take our Articuno out and knock us down to 5. And yeah, that's where we're at right now. So yeah, that is a pretty shitty turn of events. So now we have literally one thing that we can do to this thing, and that's switch in with the Hitmonlee. Hope he doesn't flinch us for a third time, and hope that we hit a Stone Edge, and hope that that Stone Edge is enough to take the Gyarados out. So this is these are a lot of hopes that we have here, but that is really all we can do. So that is what we're going to do. And there's the waterfall incoming, of course. It is going to knock us to the Sash, of course. We do survive because of it. And we don't get flinched. We hit the Stone Edge, and it is enough to take the Gyarados out. So wow, that actually for once worked out for us, and it only cost us 1.99 Pokemon. So awesome. So yeah, now he's gonna go ahead and come in with the Dragonite. He's knocked down to 5. Um, what do we want to do here? So we do have Unburden popped because Focus Sash has been used. Unfortunately, he can definitely just go for an extreme speed with the Dragonite to take us out. I don't know that it's really worth trying to switch to save Hitmonlee at this point in the game, so we're just going to stay in here, and we're just going to head. We could click Bullet Punch, but Extreme Speed takes precedent over all other priority moves, so that's a waste of a click, so we're just going to go ahead and click Stone Edge again. And sure enough, he just does go for the Extreme Speed, which obviously will finish us off and knock us down to 4. So, not a great situation to be in at this point. The best thing we can do right now is go ahead and go for the switch into the Vaporeon. So, he definitely does have options here for dealing with us. He still has multi-stack scale intact, which is obviously bad news. So I think what we're going to do here is we're actually just going to go ahead and attempt to fire off a Scald in case he wants to switch here. And he just stays in and goes Outrage, so that's kind of interesting. So he, wow, knocks us all the way down to the red with an Outrage. We do barely survive and get a Scald on this thing, which is not going to do much damage, but we do get the burn, which is something, I guess. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and regain some HP with the leftovers, and he's going to take some damage with the burn. So we definitely did not take that Outrage nearly as well as I thought we would have, so that's definitely bad. So now we're kind of in another bad spot here because we don't really have a great switch in. I mean, we do have one thing we can do actually, and that's go into Arcanine. We are max HP, and we are going to get an Intimidate. So you know what? I think we do need to try and save Vaporeon, I think. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and switch into Arcanine. We know he's locked into Outrage. His attack is going to be halved thanks to the burn, and then he's going to take another nice little attack drop thanks to the Intimidate. So we'll see how much this Outrage does after the fact. And it is not doing much of anything at all, so that's good news for us. And he is still locked into Outrage, so that's also good news for us. So that means that we can go ahead and do whatever we want to this thing this turn. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of great moves for this thing, so I think we are choice banded, so I think the best thing we can do is actually just go for a choice banded crunch here, so that is exactly what we're going to do. And of course he does outspeed, and he has to go for his third Outrage here, which will knock us a little below half. He does get confused this turn, obviously, and we're going to go ahead and hit him with a choice band crunch, and that is going to take him down to about a quarter, and it is going to go ahead and pop a Citrus Berry, it looks like, to give him some HP back. So that's not great, as he does take some damage from the burn once again. So I think we're going to have to try, and he is confused, so I think we're going to try and mind game him because we don't really have a lot of great options at this point here. He is confused and burned, so there's a decent chance he switches here. So I think we're going to hopefully bank on him switching, and we're going to switch also into the Vaporeon. And no, it looks like he might actually be staying in here. So coming back in with Vaporeon, and he is confused. So what's going to happen? He's going to break through the confusion with an Earthquake, unfortunately. And we can actually take one with Vaporeon thanks to all those attack drops. So that's nice. We do regain some HP with the leftovers, and he takes some more damage from the burn. Now, unfortunately, I don't think we are in the red with Vaporeon, so unfortunately, I don't think that we have enough HP to take another Earthquake or another attack at all, even with all those attack drops. But I think we have to try and pop a Wish off here, so that's what we're going to do. And unfortunately, he does just snap out of his confusion and turn 2, and then just go for the Outrage. And yeah, take out the Vaporeon, knocking us down to 3 as he takes more burn damage. So yeah, things definitely not going our way here. So we need to try and do something to try and turn things around. There's not a lot we can do right now, so we're going to go ahead and come in with the Raichu. And we know he's locked into Outrage, so we should outspeed him. Even if he is max speed, I believe we should outspeed him. So we're going to go ahead and just fire off a Thunderbolt here. And indeed we do outspeed him, so we hit him with a Choice Specs Thunderbolt, and that will be enough from that range to go ahead and get rid of that Dragonite and knock him down to 4, as we do take poison damage, which is going to put us into the red. So unfortunately we cannot take another, I don't think we can take another round of poison damage, and if we can, it'll be close. So now he's going to come back in with the Gengar, knowing that he does outspeed us. So yeah, we don't really have much of a choice at this point. We pretty much just have to let Raichu go down, so we're just going to go ahead and stay in and click Thunderbolt, as of course he does outspeed us, and just hit the Sludge Bomb, which will finish off the Raichu, of course, knocking us down to 2. So yeah, things definitely not looking great for us at this point. So we can't bring the Arcanine in because Extreme Speed will not work on Gengar because it's a ghost, obviously, so we're going to go ahead and come in with the Marowak. And so, yeah, I think the only thing we can really do at this point, he definitely could switch to save the Gengar. I don't know if he'll really want to or not, but he definitely could. So, I think, what do we want to do here? I think we'll just make the safe play, and we'll go for the Iron Head, since it can't miss. And he does stay in, so he's going to stay in and Shadow Ball us here. And that's going to take us down by about half. We're going to hit him up with an Iron Head in return, which will, of course, be more than enough to finish the Gengar, dropping him down to 3. But unfortunately, I think there's not too much hope for us left in this one based on what both of us have left. So now he's going to come in with Latios. Might be Uber depending on who you ask, but not really going to matter at this point. So we're just going to go ahead and click Iron Head, not expecting to survive an attack from this thing, as he just goes for an Ice Beam, and that will definitely finish off our Marowak from that range and knock us down to just 1. So the final one is going to be the Arcanine. So we're going to come in with that. We're obviously worse for wear at this point. And we are choice banned, so we have to lock into something. We do get the Intimidate to lower his attack. Based on the Pokemon he has left, there's really nothing that we can lock into that hits everything, even neutrally effective. So yeah, that's it. We're pretty much done for at this point. I don't know if he even stays in with the Latios. He'll probably outspeed us anyway, even if he does. So you know what? We might as well just lock into Extreme Speed, because that's just what Arcanine does. So we're going to do a Choice Band Extreme Speed on this thing, which actually does take it down by about a little more than half, but he fires off the Draco Meteor in return, and that will obviously be more than enough to finish off the Arcanine, and that is game. So we are going to lose that one 3-0 to Sizzle, but yeah, that was a highly competitive game. Hacks definitely played a pretty sizable role in that one. As you guys know, I'm usually pretty hesitant to blame or attribute a loss to Hacks, rather, but those flinches early in the game really hurt us. And unfortunately, even though we did try to battle back valiantly, it was not something that we could come back from. It was just too much. So, but still a good competitive game nonetheless. So that's it. Thanks for watching again, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, and/or subscribe if you did enjoy, and stay tuned for more new battles in the future. So that's it, and we'll see you next time.